Hello and what is going on, lovely people of the internet? It is Hootmoney here with another video for you guys. Today, Bbig came in with the big bounce. Vinco Ventures, Bbig, or Vinco Shrinko as you guys would like to call it, but it's not so Shrinko anymore. As you guys can see, we're looking at the chart. There was a huge bounce today. It's up about 6% in after hours, 19% on the day, and it appears as though the downtrend is over. There is a clear reversal coming here in this chart. The 200 moving average and the 25 moving average are about to cross, and today it blasted right through that 200 moving average, and there was plenty of hype with it on social media. The volume today was also a lot larger than we've seen in other days, so Bbig does continue to rally, and I do think it will see some more positive price action coming as the uptrend will continue in anticipation for this Tyde dividend. Now, more on that Tyde dividend later towards the end of the video, because I want to actually clear some of the FUD around that, because there's a lot of confusion. People think it's free money. People think it'll come out of Bbig's stock price. So I will do a brief explanation on that so the air is clear. Right here, this market trading software I'm using is WeBull desktop. So if you guys wanted to check it out, I'm going to leave a promotion right here on the screen. You can pause it and check it out yourself. You can click the link below in the description if you guys wanted to sign up, but make sure you do a separate tab when you do that, because if you click off the video, then it messes up the algorithm here on YouTube. So definitely check that out if you guys haven't already, and we'll just get right into it. So here we have a Benzinga article. So this article was published yesterday. This was the start of the rally today. Vinco Venture stock looks ready to make a break. They do a deep dive into the technical analysis, and they did find that Vinco Ventures was going to break out based off of their technical analysis. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into that, but today there was another article from Benzinga, why Vinco Ventures shares are rising, and it's so funny because the first sentence is Vinco Ventures spiked to a session high of 580 after the popular Twitter account Will Mead tweeted on the stock. So they're basically just saying Will Mead pumping bound. So we can go to the actual tweet and see exactly what he said. This was his first tweet from today. Bbig jumpy over 6.01. This runs to $10. So he's got a price target of $10 per share. So because Will Mead tweeted at 11:25 a.m. that there were big call buyers in Bbig 10-15 $6 calls this morning, we can actually cross check that with the options flow here on Unusual Whales, which there is also a link in the description if you guys wanted to sign up for it. But you can see all of the whale activity that we saw this morning. We did a minimum premium of $3,000 or more, so no small bets are allowed. And you guys can see right here, the first one was at 9:30 a.m. 4K premium, then it was 7K premium at 9:40, then at 11:16 there was 3K premium, 4K premium at 11:19, and then 5K premium at 11:21. Now again, pay attention, this was tweeted at 11:25, so these were all the call options that were bought before 11:25, the ones that I just went over, and none of them actually had more than 10K in premium. And usually when I'm analyzing this whale options flow, if you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I use $10,000 as the minimum premium for what I consider heavy call option buying, and you didn't see any of that before 11:25 a.m., which is when Will Mead tweeted. But you guys can see at 11:25 a.m. there were plenty of big bet call options. There's even a sweep order up here, and it remained throughout 11 a.m. and into 12 p.m. There was just huge options activity of this $6 10-15 strike price. So I don't know how much I agree with him on this, because most of the call option volume did come after he tweeted it, pump. But regardless, there was still heavy call option volume. Looking at some of the whale option activity for Bbig, I set the premium now to $10,000 or more. And then I did ask side only. We can look at the call premium, and you guys can see it was mostly bearish premium, meaning that put options were bought, because we did ask side only. You can see it again. Put premium was much higher than call option premium in Bbig today. The volume for calls was about 68% though, however, and it outweighed the volume for puts, which was about 31%. Now I do believe that there is an outlier here, which is this $1.4 million in premium for a floor trader, which is bearish. They had to buy puts. I wouldn't really consider that into my sentiments and just make my analysis based off the fact that call volume outweighed put volume. And as you guys can see, the 10/15 expiration date was definitely the most traded one, as well as the 1/21/2022 expiration date. And for strike prices, the $4 was the most popular, followed by the $5.5, followed by the $7 premium. So here's the short interest data. It's a 24% short interest. 22.79 million shares are being shorted currently. 34% cost to borrow, and utilization is at 99.83%. Days to cover at 0.66. And what's actually really good for BBIG is that the 2 weeks days to cover has been shooting up over the 3 months, because volume actually has been dying off in BBIG over the past 2 weeks, which means that there's likely to be more price action if shorts were forced to cover in BBIG. So that is very, very good. We can compare the 22.79 million short interest to the current volume of today of 69 million. So that leaves us at about a 0.3 days to cover if we're just looking at today's numbers, which is not the highest because volume did come back today. The previous trading days were all under 20 million in volume. Today was a special exception. That is still good, but I'm still going to make the assumption that most of the price action will be based off of momentum alone and anticipation for this Tyde dividend spinoff. Briefly going over some of the Fintel data, it has an 86 score out of 100 for their short squeeze score. It ranks at 26 out of 5,400. Short share availability, barely any, only 6,000. That is very microscopic. The borrow fee, 28%. That's pretty much in line with what Ortex is saying. And you guys can see the short volume today has been going up. And this is something that was hovering around the 30 to 25% range, but it recently spiked up to the 50% range, which could be an indication of some failure to deliver, naked shorting, and just a potential short squeeze brewing up in this stock. Looking at the historical flow breakdown, you guys can see there was a new high today in terms of call option volume, and there is a potential gamma squeeze that could occur in BBIG given that the October 15th expiration date, which is coming up in just a few days. There's a huge amount of open interest, and as this stock price continues to climb, more of those call options will be in the money. There will be more delta hedging, and potentially a gamma squeeze can occur if this stock price does continue to go. We don't see nearly the same call option volume that we saw back here in the beginning of September, but it is better than we've seen for the past month or so. And here are the unusual whale alerts. There were 2 alerts as of today and yesterday, both bullish call options, $4 strike price 11.12 and $7 strike price 10.22. If you guys wanted to get these alerts, again, link in the description to sign up for unusual whales. Now we're going to go over the Tyde spinoff because there is a lot of misinformation circulating around about this spinoff, and the one thing that people are missing is the share value drop that will be implied with a spinoff of Tyde from BBIG or Vinco Ventures. So we'll read through this real quick. When a spun-off company starts trading on its own, the share price of the parent company will drop by the value of the new company, now separated from the parent. The lost value will be reflected in the share price of the new company. So right here, I did a hypothetical situation. None of these values are real, so don't take this as the real values of the spinoff. It is literally a hypothetical situation, so I can teach it to you guys. All of these numbers are completely made up. Don't think that any of these numbers are real. So hypothetically speaking, if BBIG's value right now was $100 million and Tyde's value after the spinoff will be $30 million, well, BBIG's value after the spinoff should technically be 100 million minus 30 million, which would give you $70 million value for BBIG. So this would imply that BBIG's stock in theory should go down 30% because the value of Tyde is no longer a part of the value of BBIG. And the share price drop for BBIG will occur after the ex-dividend date, which is October 21st, 2021. So October 21st, 2021, you should pay attention to BBIG because there should be some extra selling pressure after that ex-dividend date, because after the ex-dividend date, you're entitled to receiving your shares of Tyde, but you no longer have to own BBIG stock. So people people who are only in it for Tyde will likely sell off their stock. And we can confirm that the record date is October 22nd, and the ex-dividend date does fall one day before the record date, so that will be October 21st, 2021. So after the completion of the ex-dividend date on October 21st, 2021, you should expect a share price drop in BBIG on October 22nd. So in theory, if there is a point before October 21st where you would like to sell your BBIG stock, you can do that, and you're not going to be missing out on any additional value because the sum of Tyde and BBIG after the spinoff should be the same as what BBIG is worth now, so there's not going to be any additional value created or destroyed. So that's about it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope that summarizes what exactly happened in BBIG stock today. Today was a very fun trading day in the stock market. Many different stocks decided to take off, BBIG being one of them. BBIG has been beaten up over the past few weeks. This was one that I was warning about for a while, but now today, with the momentum switch, with the technical reversal, and the continuation of the Will Mead saga, I do believe that there should be some more pump in BBIG's future, so I'm expecting some big things going into the next trading week. I'm very excited. That's about it for the video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Remember to like the video if you guys learned something today. And yeah, subscribe for more. Turn on those post notifications. And check out that link below in the description for WeBull, because they're giving away some free stock. And their promotion ends at the end of October, so act now. They also have Shiba Inu token trade in on their platform, so definitely check that out. I'm going to see you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Peace.